As most of us know, the Democratic Party had a number of issues well before Donald Trump became president. There is a history of neoliberal policies that have led to the destruction of the Democratic Party, and which led to Donald Trump becoming the president. But good old Senator Dick Durbin of Illinois, he doesn't sound like that, I just wanted to put on an accent. Good old Dick Durbin thinks that the Democrats need to appeal to the center because they haven't been doing that already for the past 30 years, and they haven't seen the destruction of their party as they continue moving to the center and then to the right. So there are some Democrats that, are more aware, more self-aware of what the party has done wrong and how they can reach out to voters that may have not voted in a while. But here's what Dick Durbin said on a Chicago radio show. "We don't give up on our values, but we better be sensitive too that there are people with more moderate views and people who may disagree with some parts of the Democratic platform as they are presented. We've got to be open to that possibility. I think you can't overdo it by being too liberal. We have to really appeal to that sensible center. It's a thin stripe now. It used to be a lot wider stripe, but it's an important and determining factor in most elections." So I don't know if Dick Durbin is being honest here, but this is the type of thinking that has lost Democrats the amount of seats that they've lost in the past 8 years. So the Democratic Party keeps trying to appeal to the center, what he's calling the sensible center. But the center right now, because the Democratic Party has moved so far to the right, the center is really on the right. The Democratic Party is at best a centrist party. So what he's saying is they need to move even more towards the Republican Party, which has now gone so far right that their policies have gotten to the point where they are openly racist and not clearly represents the rich and the powerful. But no, Democrats haven't appealed enough to the center, which is really the right. So this is just a complete backwards of what the Democratic Party needs to do. And I think most of you watching this realize that. It's just a matter of getting that message out there. Because a lot of people, not just politicians, voters, think this way. This is the kind of crap that mainstream media spews. That the Democratic Party needs to appeal more to right-wing voters. No. What they need to do is appeal to people that are not voting anymore. Why is votership so low? It's because the Democratic Party is not appealing to the types of policies that people want. If you actually look at the polling on the policies, whether it's Medicare for all, whether it's environmental protections, whether it's raising taxes on multinational corporations and the rich, whether it's raising the minimum wage, these are all issues that people are on the progressive side on. But the mainstream media and these national politicians, they don't look at polling on policy, or at least they don't acknowledge that they do. What they look at is how people self-identify. If people identify as Republicans or Democrats or independents, and they don't actually look at what are the policies, because people have a different idea in their mind of what different labels mean. Somebody may not think they're liberal, but if you look at the actual policies, maybe they are in fact more liberal. Maybe they do in fact want Medicare for all. But because they identify the Democratic Party as the Nancy Pelosi elite, then no, they don't self-identify as a Democrat or as a liberal or as a progressive. So instead of looking at existing voters, the Democratic Party needs to look at voters that feel disenfranchised with the status quo, with this two-party system, and maybe at some point actually try and represent regular people and not just their big donors. But that's going to be hard to do at a national level, at least until we get money out of politics.